How polymaths approach learning. If polymaths are not born, then how do they actually develop? Because this is where most people get it wrong. They assume polymaths are simply better learners, faster, smarter, more efficient. But that's not the real difference. The real difference is this: they learn in a way that allows knowledge to transfer across domains. The limitation of normal learning. Most people learn in isolation. One subject, one system, one context. You study something and you understand it only within that specific environment. And this works. You pass exams, you build skills, you gain knowledge. But there's a hidden problem because that knowledge stays locked in that one context. You know it, but you can't use it elsewhere. The real skill. Transfer. Polymaths develop something different. They develop the ability to transfer learning. That means taking knowledge from one domain and applying it in another. Not copying, but adapting. Not repeating, but reusing. Why transfer is difficult. This sounds simple, but it's actually rare. Because most learning is designed to stay within boundaries. You learn math in math class. You learn writing in language class. You learn science in science class. Each subject is separated, and over time, your brain starts to treat them as unrelated systems. So even if you know a lot, you don't naturally connect them. What polymaths do differently? Polymaths don't just learn content. They look for patterns, principles, underlying structures. They try to understand, what is this really about? Because once you understand the underlying principle, you can move it. You can take it out of one domain and place it into another. Different levels of transfer. Not all transfer is the same. There is simple transfer, where the situation is very similar. And then there is far transfer, where two domains look completely different, but share a deeper structure. This is where polymaths operate. They don't just connect similar things. They connect things that don't look related at all. The mistake. Passive learning. Most people learn passively. They read, they watch, they absorb, but they don't test whether they can use the knowledge, so the information stays isolated. Polymaths are different. They actively ask, where else can this apply? Can I use this outside its original context? What problem can this solve? Learning through problems. This leads to a key approach, problem-based learning. Instead of starting with, I want to learn this subject, they start with, I want to solve this problem. And then they pull knowledge from different fields to solve it. This forces integration, because the problem doesn't belong to just one domain. Why this matters? When you learn through problems, you naturally connect knowledge. You don't see subjects anymore. You see tools. And once knowledge becomes tools, you can recombine them. The structure of polymath learning. So the process looks like this. You don't just collect information. You learn, extract principles, test application, move it across contexts, and repeat. Over time, you stop thinking in subjects and start thinking in systems. The practical direction. So how should you approach this? Start with a few domains. Learn them seriously, but don't stop there. Constantly ask, what is the core idea here? Where else does this exist? Can I apply this somewhere new? Because that's how transfer happens. So, the goal is not to learn more. The goal is to learn in a way that knowledge can move. Because when knowledge can transfer, it becomes flexible. And when it becomes flexible, it becomes powerful. And that's what separates a polymath from someone who simply knows a lot. Thanks for watching. If this helped, please like and subscribe. Next, we'll go deeper into how to actually integrate different fields and turn them into real advantage.